guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's episode we are finally gonna do the get to know me video. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the whole saga about my whole 3 responses, but turns out that led to many more questions and persons just telling me, just do it. We just didn't know what questions to ask, so that is perfectly fine. I've put together a few questions in 3 rounds. We have a basic everyday questions, and then we have a little bit more fun, not spicy, but fun questions, and then the last segment is more so specific questions that have been asked to me. So those are the 3 rounds. I have them all right here, and I will just go through them and we'll see how it goes. So I hope you guys are ready. Okay, so first question. Before we get into the questions, just get something to drink, get a snack, get comfy. We're just gonna talk right here. I'm just gonna tell you about me. And okay, so my first question is, what is your full name? So I put this question because people may think I have a short name. Unless you specifically know me, then you realize that I do not have a short name. Quite the opposite, actually. My full name is Monique Tiara Malika Yasmin de France Victor. I have not changed my name yet, so that is my birth paper name. And yeah, it's pretty long. Okay, next question. Where are you from? So I am from the Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago. I am originally from the south side, or San Fernando, but I recently moved to the east, closer to the Tri-City area, when I got married. Next question. When is your birthday? So my birthday is December 18th. I am a December baby. I love everything about December. It's my favorite month. It's Christmas, it's Boxing Day, it's my birthday, my dad's birthday, my parents' anniversary. There is All Year's. I just think December is an amazing month. And as you could probably guess, I am Sagittarius. So if you're into that, then yeah. Okay, next question. How many siblings do you have? I have 1 brother, 1 sister, and they are both younger than me. We are actually all 3 years apart, which is absolutely crazy. My mom says they didn't plan it, but it just worked out that way. So I am 24, my brother is 21, and my sister is 3 years younger than that. So yeah, we are all 3 years apart. What high school did you attend? So I went to St. Joseph's Convent, San Fernando. Do not laugh at me and the way I just said convent. But I went to that school for 7 years, and I absolutely loved every minute of it. Obviously, high school, you have your hard times, but I enjoyed school so much. Like, there was always so many things to do. I was in so many clubs, and I made my time in convent worthwhile. I did drama, I did aerobics, I was on the swim team, I became a cheerleader. I was the vice captain of my swim team, and I was a co-captain on the cheerleading team. I served on the student council body twice when I just started school, and then I became the president later on in my years. And yeah, so I just loved being involved in everything with school. That was honestly one of my favorite time periods of my life. Okay, so work or school? So I currently work. I am an administrative assistant, but I also am a full-time student at the University of the West Indies. I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in psychology, and I hope to do a minor in human resource management when that time comes. Are you married or single? I'm sorry, guys. No, but I am married. I've been married. September will be 3 years since I've been married to my husband Cameron, and yeah, I love it. More married questions gonna come later, so relax. Okay, are you a morning person or a night owl? I am definitely a morning person. I love mornings. I love waking up early, not too early. Like, I'm just reasonable, like around 6:30. And I feel like I'm solar powered, honestly. Like, during the day I feel the most productive, and I sometimes I can't do the late nights and stay up late, but it is what it is. Okay, so my last question for the regular get to know me questions are, do you believe in God? And I absolutely do. I have a relationship with him, and it's something that is continuing to grow. I actually served a full-time mission for my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, for 18 months in England, and yeah, I will be sure to tell you more about that in a next video. So this brings us to the end of round 1. Okay guys, so we're back for round 2, but before I get into round 2, let me just tell you, I was so excited about doing the get to know me question, simply because oftentimes I'm home alone a lot and I talk to myself. I talk to myself and I respond. I respond, and I do not think that is crazy. I honestly feel it's very healthy, and you should definitely try it out. But I'm not a confrontational person, so whenever there's a conversation that I need to have, or I need to talk to someone or anything, I rehearse my conversations. I go in front of the mirror and I legit do the full-on conversation with my anticipated responses that I think the other person is gonna have, and I literally talk to myself. And I do full-on talk shows too. I'm like, so what do you think? Like, yeah, so I knew this was gonna be fun, but I would just have liked to have, you know, the unknown questions, but I knew I could have done it either way. So yeah, I'm just crazy like that. But let's get back to the questions. These questions were sent to me by someone actually, and it's really interesting. We have a few of these, so these are more fun and it made me think a lot. So yeah. Okay, how are you? I love this type of question when anybody asks you how are you, because to me that really hits to like your emotions and your mental state and so forth. So for right now, I am okay. I'm doing pretty okay, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Last year I could not have said the same thing around this time. Last year I was struggling big time with anxiety and so forth, but I was able to talk to therapists and to speak to my family about it and get the help that I needed. And now a year later, I am feeling so much better. I feel like I could do so much more, and I am pushing myself to do more and to be happy. So right now I'm feeling good. So thanks so much for that question. Okay, the next question was MBTI, and I don't know if I'm just an old person, but I did not know what that means. MBTI, yeah, I didn't know, but apparently it's one of those personality tests. I forgot what I looked it up and I did it, but I forgot what it stands for. I think it's a Myers something test indicator. If you know what it, I probably will put it underneath here when I edit the video. But yeah, so basically that is what it is. And I got that my personality type is, it says ESFJ, which is the supporters. So it says that I'm 9% extroverted, meaning that I'm action oriented, outgoing, expressive, and hands-on. It says I'm 26% sensing. I'm traditional, realistic, practical, detail oriented. I'm 32% feeling. I am empathetic, accepting, warm, values harmony. And I'm 15% judging. I'm organized, systematic, achievement oriented, and planner. And I thought this was really cool because I read there was like multiple paragraphs explaining your personality type based on the test that I did, and it was pretty accurate with what they were saying. I have learned that I am a pretty empathetic person, and I am a big feelings person. I feel a lot, and I could sense feelings in other people, and I take it on and I hold it, and leads to me being like a people pleaser and so forth. But even when they talk about, you know, planning and an overachiever and being organized, systematic, those are definitely my qualities. And yeah, I just thought this was such a cool test. So I'm gonna put the name of the test here. And if you haven't done it as yet, I think you should. I think it's really cool to learn about yourself, because yeah, I just think it's pretty cool. So I'll put that underneath here so you can try it out. So the next question, favorite quote. And the next question is favorite advice given to you. So these two things go hand in hand for me. And my favorite quote of lately is dream but don't sleep. And I've mentioned it before on my Instagram page, but I absolutely love that quote, simply because we all may have, I'm a big dreamer. Like, I dream a lot. Like, I dreamt last night and I wanted to tell my husband, but I dream a lot. And the thing is, you can dream and you can have big dreams, but it's so important to not sleep on them and make sure you go and get them done. And so that is such a big quote and a huge advice for me, that you really need to dream but don't sleep. Next question, favorite book, movie, or show. I'm gonna be honest, I do not read that much. I read when it's absolutely necessary, which is not good. I read books for school and stuff like that. I think I did go to the Logos ship. Trinidad had a Logos ship that came with a lot of books, and I got books like on relationships and marriage and stuff like that. And I did enjoy reading those, but I don't say I have a favorite book that I would definitely read again. The only book that I read more than one time is scriptures, but other than that, I do not have a favorite book. Favorite show, what could you guess? What could it be? Grey's Anatomy, the show. At one point in time, it was Pretty Little Liars, but then I got hooked on Grey's Anatomy, and yeah, it was all over. Absolutely my favorite. I think they could continue making series and series, although I do feel like, I mean seasons, but I do feel like everybody's dying or leaving, so I don't even know what they're gonna do, but still my all-time favorite. My favorite movie, I don't think I have a favorite movie. However, I love rom-coms, so I love anything like that. For a big time when I was smaller, High School Musical was one of my favorites. I love Disney movies like Beauty and the Beast and all the live action ones. I really enjoyed Encanto. We looked at it on Sunday, and the playlist for Encanto is amazing. No. If you have not listened to Encanto, you need to go and look at Encanto. But yeah, I like those feel-good movies. I'm not so big into action movies. Like right now, Cameron is trying to get me to watch the Avengers, the whole thing. So each night we have a movie to watch. We watched Doctor Strange last night, and I mean, it's nice, but I'm just not a huge action girl. I'm more of a rom-com. So that's the type of movie that I like. What advice that you would give your younger self? I would definitely hold little Monique, and I would tell her that she's absolutely beautiful and that she's perfect just the way that she is, and to focus on herself and not so much what other people say, and don't focus on the crowd and the society, because I think for me, my self-esteem and my self-worth stems from the people that I was around. And so at points in time, like, I felt really good about myself when I was around that type of people, and then sometimes I felt very low and not good enough when it comes to dancing. And I just feel like I would just tell her, don't depend on people for your self-worth. Like, love, you are good, perfect, just the way that you are. Don't change, don't try to be anybody else, and just love you. And I'll give a big hug. That's probably what I'll do. Okay, so the last question in this round is favorite day of the week. My favorite day of the week is a no-brainer. It is Monday. I absolutely love Mondays. It's my most productive day of the week, and I think I started to love Mondays when I was in high school. For those of you who know me from my convent days, or particularly if you were in my sixth form with me, Cameron and I were dating then, and he went on his mission for our church for 2 years, and Mondays were his personal days or preparation days. So every Monday for an hour, he would have the opportunity to email. We wouldn't be able to talk any other day except on a Monday. And so I remember the week that he left, and I was hysterical. Like, I would cry, I couldn't focus in school and so forth. So it was really hard, and everybody knew. And so that first Monday, I remember everybody, well, who could have, and who knew about the story, put on their data and their Wi-Fi so that I could get his email. And when I got his email, I remember I was in the auditorium, and I don't know what we were doing in the auditorium, but we were in the auditorium, and I just remember hearing the notification. I was like, it's here. I was just like, I was so excited. I was like, it's here. And it came, and everybody was like, did it come? Did it come? Did it come? And everybody was invested in me and Mondays and my emails. And even when I went on to working, I worked in Dairy Queen, and they knew Mondays I needed to get my lunch hour when he was emailing. And so just like an excitement with Mondays. And then, well, I went on to serve my mission. So it became my preparation day also. And so just stuck that Mondays was a fun day, it was a good day, it's a reset day, it's a productive day, and that is why Monday is my favorite day. Guys, if I could tell you all of my mission stories, not my mission stories, but dating a missionary, like, comment down below if you want to hear, like, comment on my relationship while he was on his mission. Like, it's like notebook style. We would literally send packages on packages of letters and cards and so many things to each other across, like, because at one point in time he was in the States and I was in England, and we were still sending stuff, and it's the sweetest thing ever. Anyways, that is for another video. If you want to see that, and I still have it, we still have it in our drawer, all of the stuff that we sent. So if you want to see that, comment down below and tell me. But this brings us to the end of round 2, so let's go to round 3. Okay guys, so this is round 3. This is the last segment of this get to know me. If you have more questions after this, you could send it. I want you guys to feel comfortable. I really want you to feel like we are friends and that you could ask me anything, okay? So these questions came from the first 3 people who sent me questions and someone else. So let's get straight into it. So the first question is, what do you do for fun? I feel like I've gotten so boring. My activities for fun have definitely changed. Like I said before, I was in a lot of things in high school. So I was constantly swimming, I was running, I ran for my school, I was everything outdoors, and that remained the same. I still love to do things outdoors. So beach, hike, running, go swimming, those things are fun for me. Don't get to do it that often, but those things make me happy. I love to watch TV. I love to binge watch YouTube videos. I like to cook, and I like to eat my food because it makes me feel so happy when it actually tastes good. Gets me excited to try new things. And so yeah, that's, I think, I used to really like to doodle, just like scribble and draw, play around with like calligraphy and stuff like that. So I like to do that also. Next question is, how is married life? Should I answer this one first? Okay, so you want to know how married life is? Married life is good, but it's not easy. I'm not gonna say here and every day I'm like, I'm so in love on cloud 9. No, it's not like that. That's not married life at all, actually. You have to decide. I think you have to decide within yourself if you are ready to make that commitment, because it is such a big commitment. And oftentimes you have bad times than, I don't want to say you have more bad times than good times, but especially, and I'm seeing that within the first few years of your marriage, it's going to be the hardest because it's a huge adjustment, especially if you are one like myself who never lived with the person before and whatnot. So it could be pretty difficult just trying to mesh your personality and your life and everything. Because dating is cute and it's nice, but you're on the phone and you're not there with the person every single day. So it takes a little time to get used to their habits and their routine and to mesh the two and to make it one. But marriage is the most fulfilling thing ever because you literally have a partner for life. I think of some of the sweetest moments that I've had so far in my marriage, and it has nothing to do with date nights. It has nothing to do with flowers or getting dressed up and going for dinner or extravagant gifts. It does not. I could think of that moment precisely right now. That is one of my most special moments that I've had being married so far. Is last year I was struggling, like I said, and I just remember we sat on our back step and I bawled my eyes out and snapped eyes, everything. I just bawled my eyes out, and Cameron just held me. He just held me. He didn't say anything. He just held me, and it was the most beautiful thing ever. And I feel like that is the blessing of marriage, is having someone, your person, to be there with you through it all. You know, I mean, we butt heads and we may not agree on every single thing, but he's my person, and I hope he knows that I'm his person. And so it's a learning curve. We learn things about each other every day, and we're learning what works for us. And yeah, that is my married life. That's how it's going for me. We're just learning and trying to enjoy and to make each other happy. Good question. But again, I have a lot of marriage and relationship stuff coming up soon, particularly in February, seeing that it's Valentine's Day and everything. And in February, it also make it, we got officially together in 2014. So we would probably be eight years having been officially together in February. So we're gonna do a whole month on relationship stuff, marriage stuff. So if you want like another Q&A, but maybe with him on how we met, I'm gonna say too much, but I have a lot of things planned for marriage stuff. So stay tuned for that. Okay, next question. How do you manage being a wife, student, employee, blogger, among many other things? Oh, I like this question. Well, I'm not a blogger. I'm an aspiring YouTuber, but I get what you mean. So basically, I'm gonna say you plan and you organize, which is my mantra. I feel like if you've been watching any of my videos, that is what I say and that's what I preach. You need to plan, you need to organize. I think also what is very important and crucial is that you define those terms. You have to define for yourself, what does those things mean to you, or what do you want to achieve within that role. And so when I got married, I got a lot of advice from people, and some were good, some were bad, but I had to decide what I wanted to do for myself and who I wanted to be as a wife for myself. So am I going to be the one that cooks, cleans, and does laundry, supportive, caring? Am I going to be the one who nags? Obviously nobody chooses to do that, but I'm just saying, you know, you have to define within yourself what you want to be. And I did that for each of my roles. What type of student do I want to be? What type of employee do I want to be? And stuff like that. And once you define those things and you say, this is what I want to achieve, or this is who I want to be within those roles, you plan and you organize yourself to do that. I know I want to achieve certain things within my school. I know I want to do certain things within my job. I want certain things within my relationship and my family. And so I set goals and I make plans based on what I want to be. And in terms of the blogger, I'm just starting, so I can't tell you exactly how I'm gonna balance everything because school only started this week for me. But I'm gonna use that same principle of just defining what I want to be for each of those things and planning and organizing based on that. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, next question is, okay, so I have a question, but I'm gonna insert a question before. So the question is, what was your biggest fear or concern before starting a YouTube channel? And what I'm going to insert before that is why did I decide to do YouTube. So the reason why I decided to do YouTube is because I needed an avenue to express myself. Like I said, I just came out of a really rough year, and I felt like I lost me. I would wake up and I just wouldn't recognize myself, and I'm like, who are you? What do you like? Like, what is going, like, you know? And so I knew I needed an avenue to express myself. I was no longer involved in so many things. Like I said, in school, I was doing all those things. I'm not swimming anymore. COVID happened, so I can't run. Well, for a while, you know, you couldn't run. And so I just felt lost and trapped. So I needed a new outlet to express myself. Also, I felt very stagnant. I felt like my brain and everything was rotting away because things got so mundane and monotonous, and I needed something to shake me up and push me out of my comfort zone. And so I was like, okay, I like speaking, I like talking, I hope that I can inspire people, make people laugh, make people smile, make people happy, and I like doing that. And here's a way that I can do that. I can talk and do all these things and push myself to edit and put myself out there and so forth. And so that was the main reason for why I decided to do YouTube. And then my biggest fear, I don't know how to answer that question per se. I was nervous, obviously, that people were not gonna like my videos, or I was a little bit concerned that by me being real, it mightn't be entertaining. Because I feel like you need to be super elaborate and funny and out there and super creative to do well on things like this, and I didn't feel like I all of that. I'm very more mellow as compared to how I was in high school, and I didn't want to go back to being my crazy Monique self from high school, because that's just not where I am right now in my life. And so that was my biggest concern, that I'm not going to be entertaining enough or be able to capture people to want to look at my videos. So yeah, I think that was probably my biggest concern and fear. But as I did that first video, I just realized that, you know, I like to do this, and I'm gonna keep doing it, and hopefully it is a success and people enjoy it. So yeah. all right guys, so that brought me to the end of the get to know me questions for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you feel a bit closer and connected to me now that you've gotten to know me. If you have any follow-up questions, be sure to comment down below. Tell me if you like this video. Tell me if you really want me to do a whole video on our whole mission relationship, because yeah, just tell me if you want to know that. And yeah, be sure to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share with your friends, and I want to see if I could get to 100 subscribers before the end of January. That is my goal for myself, to get to 100 subscribers. So you could help me with that if you are not subscribed already. But stay tuned for next week's video when I come back with another great video.